Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I'm Sen, your executive producer here. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $25 tier supporters over at patreon.com/fsfilms. Those being Jeremy and Alexander, Samantha Bates, L, and Cat Waterflame. I don't know why I couldn't think of that last one. I can, they can't, and now I'm just talking to myself. But anyways, thank you all very much for tuning in. Those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. As we're live. They can't hear you. Hang on.
No,
Now they can hear
I'm
you.
not Mara.
Now
Now
they
I'm
hear.
Mara. Now I exist. Welcome. Hello.
Now I exist.
Now I exist because there's a camera on my. I have
there
to
was a camera on you
solidify my
previously.
form.
They couldn't
Yeah.
hear you. They could see you though.
I was not audible. Now I am. Now you can perceive me. Hello, welcome. I'm Mara. I'm running this Changeling the Lost second edition game, and with me tonight for our very first actual episode, even though we had like half of one last week. Don't worry if you missed it. It's fine. Is Sen.
I'm Sen, and I'm playing Gwenaria Caldwell, the snowskin elemental changeling big ice dragon lady.
There you go. And Shawnee.
Hi, I'm Shawnee, and I'm playing Mercutio, the fairest mirror skin.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly, and I'm playing Miranda, the Darkling Chandelaine.
There you go.
Shadowlane.
It's fine.
There's no N.
It's
There's no
fine, go
N
with
after
it.
the CHA.
There
Listen, I'm
is
late.
now.
Yep.
Just go with it.
The Darkling Chandelier.
And
Something,
Jeremy.
something, see ya. Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Effie Nixfire, elemental playmate.
And last but not least, Jack, who has disappeared.
Nope. He's
Possibly.
gonna
Nope,
pop
there
up.
we go.
It's the greatest gimmick. I
Hey,
love
everybody.
it so much.
I thought I saw
I'm
you
Jack.
walk off.
I'm playing Brackenthorn, the Beast Hunter Heart.
There we go. And that's all of us, I think. Black Lives Matter. Trans rights are human rights. Before we get into this, this potentially has horror stuff in it. Protect yourself. If you need to step away, go do that. Pet a cat.
Check yourself
And-
before you wreck yourself.
It's weirdly like a 90s PSA vibe. I'm into it. Okay. Last time we watched as all of these people clawed their way out. Claude ran, misdirected, hitched a ride, etc., their way out of Arcadia, where they have been imprisoned for indeterminate amounts of time on both sides by True Fae, who have made them into not human anymore, and now they're back in reality. It's sure to be exciting. We left off right after Mercutio had successfully managed to misdirect the hunting party that they had sort of called into existence in sort of a ploy to cause mass chaos as they fled a party. They all of our changelings here stumbled sideways, managed to get away. There are currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people One of them has a horse head and is making sort of distressed noises as rain sort of falls down. It's cold, it's rainy, it's kind of sleeting. It's dark. Gwenari doesn't have any clothes on.
How many of us do have clothes on?
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
The
understanding.
rest of
that's
you
the
do
most-
have clothes on. It's not like full amounts of clothes. Mercutio, you have a band t-shirt on, like one of those big baggy ones. It's emblazoned with Taylor Swift.
Amazing.
Yeah. Bracken has jeans. You have a pair of jeans. Good job. Miranda, you've got some knee-high boots. They're rather nice. You remember these. Effie, you have a robe with like one of those like feathery collars on them.
Okay.
And based on the way you described this, I'm assuming we have these articles of clothing and no others.
Yes, correct.
So Miranda's naked except for knee-high boots.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Excellent. All right. Bracken spends 2 glamour and shifts into a barred owl and just flies
Okay.
up to the nearest branch.
Okay.
I feel like so. What's the actual area that we're in right now? You described it last time. I
in-
could not remember it.
Yeah. Let me do that again. It's one of those forests that was planted by the CCC back in the 20s. So it's very like linear rows of
Suspiciously organized forest.
pine trees, these really tall pine trees. Kind of what you're standing on right now is a whole bunch of like pine needles that are pretty sodden by this point. I gather it's probably been raining for a while. It's like rain sleeting, so it's cold. You are pretty cold. And all around what you can see right now is just forest, these regimented lines of forest. Bracken, no, we're gonna wait on that.
Okay.
Question, because it's always a little bit
Yes.
it's always a little bit tricky with
Uh-huh.
elementals.
Yeah.
Am I cold?
That's a good question. Do you have like
Same.
things that help with that? It's a cool question.
It's always tricky with elementals. I can if I need to, but I don't know. I like I said, it's elementals.
Do you
a
think
little
that's
weird.
something you have to like kick on, or is it just a part of you?
Well, I have.
What do you think?
I have a contract that just lets me put on armor relating to the particular element, and if it is then
Okay.
it cold doesn't affect me anymore.
Mhm.
But I also just don't know if like being
You just have a
ice
better
elemental,
tolerance for the
I'm
cold than
just-
most would
Exactly,
otherwise. Yeah.
like where other people might be shivering.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like you'd need a merit or something at least for that.
Made of ice, made of fire. Like not like mechanically. I think that's the difference.
Mhm.
Like
Okay.
we're not saying like we're not gonna take damage from the cold,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like
immune to
narratively it's
exposure or
more
anything, right?
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. So
that's-
you can
that's
like
what it's
feel
like.
the chill, but you are also slightly a part of it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'll say.
All right. Cool. Because then I don't have to put on the thing that will potentially freeze people to death within a meter of me.
The chill is of you. It's not that you're not cold. It's that you're quite familiar with being cold.
Yep.
I have a new what's it called? The goals,
Mask
the
meme?
objective. No, the objectives, the goals.
Oh
that
yeah. Uh-huh.
To acquire clothes, because I look down at myself,
Yeah.
and you can all of you can see she's just riddled with scars, except for on the face, like just everywhere. It's just crisscrossing scars all over her body.
Mhm.
Looks down at it, just sort of flexes her hands because she's standing upright for the first time in a while. And like both the I don't know in second edition if you can do that thing where you can sort of see both the mask and the meme at the same time.
Yeah. We should describe everyone actually. And
Yeah.
that's probably a good idea.
With Gunaria. So
Mhm.
her mask is standing at just around 7 feet tall, um, with very low body fat, mostly just muscle and again these crisscrossing scars, pale skin, platinum like sort of almost entirely white blonde hair, blue eyes. The hair is sort of fairly short and kept back at the moment. Um, just sort of very much at the moment taking stock of her own physicality. And the mane that you can see is another 2 feet taller. This humanoid dragon just covered in these frost blue scales that seem to be both ice and scale at the same time. With this massive collection of frozen ice horn and hair that's just rising up from the side of the skull, big, large clawed hands and clawed feet that no tail, but equally crisscrossed with scars all over.
Yeah.
Those seem to have
So
transitioned through both forms.
yeah, I imagine the mask and mean situation is like one of those holographic bookmarks.
Lenticulars.
Yeah. And right now you're probably all still pretty tilted to the it's hard to focus on the human mask in there. Because you all just escaped, and it's like that moment of like going from staring at a book page for too long to, oh, I have to look out at a distance and figure out what's happening. So you're having to it takes some concentration here. Holly, you want to describe Miranda as you have a coughing fit?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, coughing. Yes. Miranda's I'll go with the mask. She has darker skin and dark red hair. She has one green eye, one blue eye, and she stands at about 5'3", relatively short. And for her mane, it's not horribly different from the mask, but her skin seems to be very thick, almost leather-like, and she has scars and bite marks all over her arms and a few on her legs as well. And she always has different colored leaves in her hair, and her hair is always just like slightly imperfect.
And what did Bracken look like before he owled?
Oh, well, okay. Because I was going to say he's got very, very dark brown eyes right now, almost black, kind of mottled plumage, and that sort of. But no, before he owled, his mask is that of probably you would guess a late 20s, early 30s male. Kind of shaggy hair that is kind of a mix of reddish brown, leaning towards brown, although that might be the dirt. Brown eyes and a very, very gaunt in the face. The sort of complexion and appearance that you'd see from someone who's unhoused and been outside for a very long time. A lot of weathering, and probably about anywhere from 8 days to 2 weeks growth on his face. Pretty lean build, but not like the sort that Guinaria has, where it he looks like he's been subject to deprivation, honestly. That kind of little bit bony look, and this is in his mane as well, of a stray dog who's been out too long without any food. His mane, he has a fairly canid head, leaning towards the fox coyote end of the spectrum. Again, kind of either tawny brown or just caked with dirt fur. and he's a little bit broader on the shoulders, very narrow as the chest drops down towards the waist and legs. But his hands are more humanoid than his feet are. His feet, he's got slightly digitigrade legs going down, but his hands are more just a little extra furry on the backs, definitely some claw rather than just standard flat human fingernails. And he looks like basically a coyote that's been on the bad side but has gotten up on his back legs to walk around and go grocery shopping.
And Mercutio?
Um,
What do they look like currently?
I say Mercutio's mien is that of a immaculately sculpted mannequin, shall we say. Their flesh is almost this sort of off-white, almost silverish, almost the color of Mercury. As it's sort of this pale complexion with no really definable features on it. There's a what almost looks like it was clipped on tuft of purple hair that sort of turns pinkish as it falls to the one side. And what seems to be a painted on mouth over a flat, featureless face, with eyes that look like they were very carefully sculpted, that have not quite been painted with any coloration on the iris or even the pupil. So there's just this sort of white dot in the center where the eye should be, with sort of running almost tear-like mascara that is sort of drained down the side in the transition of the hedge. Completely just a Ken doll because just wearing a band shirt and nothing else. There's nothing there at the moment. And the mask is having a hard time forming right now. It's sort of amorphous and indistinct at the moment. There's almost it is currently the image of a character creator. Like there's the sort of the like uncertain aspect of it. It's hard to tell what the mask is or what it will be right now. It hasn't fully formed.
Okay. And Jeremy.
So Effie's words. Effie's mane is essentially if you anthropomorphized a phoenix. Bipedal, red, covered in feathers, wings that come off of the back, not part of the arms. The hair is very flame-like. There is a sort of jagged teeth, sculpted overall face sculpted in a very statuesque sort of manner, red eyes. The mask, on the other hand, is a little bit shorter. They are sort of a little bit smaller, a little bit slight, shaved on one side of the head, undercut on the other side in a sort of rainbow look that starts with a I'm trying to look at myself to remember because that's a thing. I believe it starts blue heading down into purples and then greens. Full sleeve tattoos on both arms of a variety of different designs. Is definitely something that has been put on piece by piece over period of time, additions throughout. And right now they are very much once we got through, sort of moved off to the side away from the rest of the group and is just sort of taking stock in everything that's going on.
Mhm.
Very quiet.
Yep. You all kind of felt a little bit of frisson in the air, and if anyone was looking in the direction as Bracken like shape shifted, there was that like mirage shimmer of in heat in on a road. You got that kind of like effect, and you all could see a like lush bright green like jungle behind you that faded away as Bracken like flew up into I think you said you perched in a tree. You haven't
Yep.
like flown off.
Lowest branch.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
Good. It like fades.
I'm headed
back
for
into-
Detroit. Fuck off.
I don't know. It faded as over time, but it took a little while.
Just doing a quick like first physical check and then area check. Outside of the oddly planted trees, is there any sign of where we're at right now, or like any sort of civilization
Sure.
nearby?
Everyone, give me a wits and composure.
Can I get a
Look
bonus for
around.
being an owl?
Heck yes.
It says I
I'll
get
see
the,
you're higher up.
it says I get the senses.
Cool. Yes. How does that work in this one? I don't even know.
You can give him a dice bonus of like
Excellent.
whatever amount. Like
you
if
get
so
a plus
desire.
1.
Okay.
You're high up. You can see stuff.
Oh, I don't know why weird was included in that. Let me reroll.
Oh,
Actually, I do know why I accidentally had weird selected.
That's fair.
It's wits and composure is perception. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
One
Nice.
success.
Nice.
Paying more attention
3
to the
successes.
people around me than
That's fair.
the setting,
That is fair.
location.
Gunnar,
And just taking
you're
in
you're
the
busy obsessing yourself.
atmosphere.
But
I got one success.
yeah. But it takes you a second longer than Bracken and 2 seconds longer than Miranda and Mercutio as you see 2 lights kind of going past. They're bright.
Like headlights.
Yeah. They're not candle lights.
Miranda would like to hide behind a tree.
That's fair. Give me a stealth and dexterity. How about the rest of you?
I think Mercutio is still kind of stunned right now and is just sort
Okay,
of taking
that's fair.
everything in.
That's fair.
So like lights going past or coming towards us?
They're kind of going at an angle and then they start going towards you and that's when you notice them.
I'm
Is
zeroing
Far
in
away, like
It
50
is.
feet or so. They're not super close.
Okay, I'm
Sorry. I'm
Oh.
having trouble. It's not selecting my stealth, or it's not
Oh.
letting me.
I don't know.
Hang on. I can assist with
Sorry.
this.
That's okay.
I'm
You-
zeroing in on that and like
Because I've got the dexterity.
One second.
I can't.
I
see
take a
myself.
couple steps in that direction.
toward the lights.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Excellent.
not showing it visibly, but it's there.
It says, but then it only rolled dexterity when I just rolled.
Yeah.
Seeing the lights and looking at other people
Okay,
and seeing that
it
not
did it that
everybody.
time.
Yeah, if it says it up here in this box, then it's got it.
Okay, thank you.
Seeing that not
Ooh.
everybody is fully cognizant yet, Guinaria is just going to like look over their shoulder at the people that are still sort of like not fully pulled together yet, and just go, hide if you can. And she's gonna start moving towards the lights, but with like a tree line between her and them as much as possible.
You are trying to kind of hide a bit.
I'm trying to approach while getting a little bit into cover just in case.
Okay. That's going to be a dexterity and stealth as well.
Yeah.
And it's dark out right now, right? You said?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, Bracken is doing that
There's a
owl
bit of,
thing where
like-
you sign a sort of crab walk sideways along a branch and is just kind of nudging himself up against the trunk of this tree.
Okay.
And using his natural camouflage to just blend right the fuck
You don't
in.
need to hide you're an owl. You are an expected part of the landscape. A bunch of people in various states of undress are not.
I'm definitely not hiding. I imagine it's because
No.
they're pine trees and I'm bigger than them. Like just wider.
That's that. Yep. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Mercutio is not aware enough to hide right now.
Y'all are great. I love it.
Couple steps become a walk, and then
Okay.
starts accelerating.
Okay. And yeah, and Effie's just running toward it. Excellent.
Yep.
It is a pair of headlights. You can definitely tell as you're getting closer. It's only about 50 feet away, so it does not take you super long to run that far. The headlights sort of slow and then stop because we see
Right.
the camera like turns and like looks past Effie and just sees various people peeking out from behind trees, not being stealthy. Up in the far corner,
Maybe.
there's an owl. You don't notice the owl. The owl's not important.
And no,
Giant slowly
right, yeah.
approaching.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, no, you see Bracken in the corner. You can just barely see the lights reflected in these two fucking massive dark eyes. And then
Uh-huh.
he closes his and sort of looks down and vanishes from sight.
Excellent. Excellent.
There's an incomplete character model just sort of standing there trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah. And then so the car has stopped by this point.
Okay.
Effie's running up.
Yep.
I'm walking.
The windshield's going.
Okay. Who is inside the car?
I think you're gonna need to make you can't tell immediately. Because there's like lights. I'm gonna have you roll for it because there's light shining in your face. You might be able to see though.
Okay. What's composure?
Yeah.
Should I make the same roll or
3
You're not
successes.
close enough.
okay? I mean, I am approaching. I'm not just hiding.
Yeah, but Effie was running.
I booked it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, I understand. That's
There you go,
They're
Effie.
she's making it. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. So you can there's like lights shining in your face, but you can kind of like duck and see. It's a young man. He's got like blue dyed hair, like bright
Okay.
blue. And a Michigan Tech sweatshirt, so it's like yellow and black and white.
Okay, make mental note of that. We're still in the same general location.
Yeah.
Good.
And he's kind of like staring wide-eyed at you, and then he's like kind of looking around, and then like gets out of the car.
Okay.
Whoa.
Hi. Oh my God. So I'm so glad that you stopped by. Hi, I'm sorry, what's her name?
Smara looks up the name that I gave this NPC. Jessie.
Jessie, hi.
Hi.
So we were out. We really need help. We were out in doing a production. It's not important production. And somebody came by and they stole all of our stuff, and we were stranded out here. You have like a phone I could use or something?
Oh shit. I'm gonna
I can make a persuasion roll on this if you want.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you make a persuasion roll.
Okay.
You get a +2 to this because reasons.
Is it will it be presence or manipulation? I should say I'm not good at persuasion, but that's fine.
I have too many
It's
tabs.
also-
Hang on.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Where did I put it?
Do you at least have a dot in persuasion?
One hopes.
No, I will be at -1.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with presence because this is like first impressions.
Okay. That's interesting. It doesn't click it.
Gonna spend a willpower?
Okay, hold on just a second here.
And you get +2 to
my
this.
die is being funky, or my sheet is being funky. Presence.
Oh, do I still have that clarity damage, by the way, or does it
Okay,
go away?
Yes.
+2, but I will be at -1.
You do.
Okay.
It is there until you take
Yeah,
steps
I
to
will.
heal
I
it.
will go ahead and spend willpower for +3.
Okay.
So that will give me. So that'll be a total of +4. It already includes negative automatically if you're
Yes.
unskilled, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I have +5. 3.
Nice.
And I should point out that because my kids ability, 3 successes counts as an exceptional success on persuasion to
Excellent.
make someone like them or be friends.
Excellent. Okay. Cool. I love it. Oh shit.
Glorious.
Yeah, of course. And he digs around in his pocket and will hand you a phone.
Okay, I will take this, look at it in a moment of, oh shit, this is what phones are now. I'm not that far off, so it's not complete.
He has unlocked it before he
Okay,
hands it to you.
okay.
Of course.
I didn't think beyond this point.
Yeah, who you calling?
Plankton meme. I never expected that I'd get this far.
Right? There was no plan here.
I'll say by this
Yeah,
point, Gunnari
and if
has
Effie's never
probably
seen a
gotten there.
smartphone before,
it's not
if
that.
Effie's never seen a
far.
smartphone
It's
before,
like-
she probably doesn't know like what
I
sort
think
of thing she can
Effie's
access
on
through
older
this.
models of smartphones.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So
Gunnari's
I'm
made it.
going to.
Oh, wait, I have a blanket. He's gonna ruffle around in a trunk where you see a snow shovel
Okay.
and a pair of boots and pulls out like a plaid blanket, hands it to you.
Oh my god! Thank you so much. Wrap up in it.
No, to Guinaria.
Oh, yes. Sorry, you
naked.
did get up.
Does Effie seem cold?
They're acting cold at the very least, if
Acting
nothing
cold.
else.
Yeah, Gwenari.
Because if not, yeah.
Hang on, I wanna see if Gwenaria has the presence of mind to realize that.
Sure.
What would that be to
Wits and empathy?
I mean, what's empathy?
Yeah. Like read your companion.
Yeah. Would you? This sheet doesn't like selecting.
He's
things.
got a tarp as well in there. We'll see if he needs it.
That's awkward. Yeah, no. So, Gwenaria, completely not getting that Effie's putting on an act. I will take the blanket and then just put it around Effie because she's not that cold.
Okay.
Legit. And they're not even gonna think about it. I am going to. Is there a taxi service in this area?
Ooh.
Like that's something I'm not familiar with this area.
Don't.
Something to that effect. Like,
Or are
if
you
need
going
a
to
ride,
need an Uber?
if you need to pay for a ride, who do you call?
Yeah, there's like
Ghostbusters.
In 2008, who would you call? I should clarify.
this is fair. There's like
They're not gonna Uber. They don't know what that is.
there is a taxi service, Copper Country Limo and Taxi.
Perfect.
It goes mostly to the airport. I think it would probably get up there. Yeah, you can call them.
All right. So they're
Oh,
going to,
you know what though? They're only open until 5:30 p.m.
well, shit.
Welcome to small towns, folks.
Yep.
They're going. So if then I will pretend to dial something
Uh-huh.
and act like I'm on the phone with good friend, roommate.
Yeah.
Like and play that off. Like, no, we're all okay. It's fine. Just can we hold on just a second? I'm sorry. We've traveled a little bit from where we are. Where are we exactly?
Oh, you're on just off of Old Mill Road.
Perfect. Thank you. Can you, did you hear that? Okay, good. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Talk
Hear
to
that?
you soon.
Yep. You're an
And I
owl.
will
Yeah.
hand the
Right.
phone back.
Yeah.
Thank you so
If
much.
anybody is still back where we came out, Bracken has taken off and is in the sky.
Excellent. I think actually where are Marina and Mercutio right now? Because the two folks had kind of gone forward. Bracken's up. Were you two kind of going forward at this point or still staying back?
Miranda's trying to disappear into the darkness right now.
Okay. Yep. And Mercutio, would you still be back there? Or
Yeah, Mercutio's probably still back there right now.
okay. I'll say you two would have noticed Bracken kind of take off then. You're on edge. You're like paying attention. Okay, and Jesse takes the phone back. Yeah, okay. You got someone coming.
We're good. Yes, we've got someone coming. Thank you so much. I look over at Renard. It's fine. Sonia's gonna come. She's bringing stuff and she'll pick us up. So we're good.
I will nod very seriously to Effie as if I understand what she's talking about.
Okay. Do you need me to? I can. God.
No, it's okay. I don't
is-
wanna put you out anymore. I'm sure you've got places to be. It's fine. I just needed some way to get in contact. Thank you so much. Are you sorry? It's good. Go ahead. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll look over to him.
I'm good.
Do you know if there's some campgrounds or anything nearby where we could probably duck into while we're waiting?
Oh, gosh, out here.
I said we're very lost, so.
As I look at my map again, no.
I was gonna say Old Mill Road is pretty much just
It
empty
goes through
territory
forests,
from start to
yeah.
finish.
I remember looking
There's
at that
fucking
map. Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing. No, sorry.
It's okay.
I
We'll
can
be fine.
stay. I can stay with y'all.
No, it's totally fine.
Use guys. You'd say use guys. Sorry.
Those
Okay.
guys, yeah.
Those guys.
It's totally fine, but you know what? Just in case something, could I potentially get your number just in case something doesn't go, like if I need to get in touch?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Awesome.
Yes, this
He'll-
college guy will give two mostly naked women in the middle of a field his number.
He
He's seen this porno.
ducks back in the car. You hear some rifling around. If you glance over there is a sizable-ish pile of junk food wrappers and various things.
Yep.
A piece of cardboard from a pizza box is ripped off. It's cleanish. Phone number is written down, handed to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, of course. Glad you could help. You can just keep the blanket, just give me whenever it's good. Cool.
All right,
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna go
have-
back and we're gonna go back and check and make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you again. I hope you have a good night.
You
Um,
too.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna have you make a. Because this is lying. This part was lying. The other part was, hey, can we borrow your phone?
Absolutely.
This is a lying thing. This is manipulation and subterfuge.
Okay.
Just to see if he thinks that he maybe needs to call anyone else.
Do I?
I mean, he's going to get his phone back and realize no call was placed.
only
Nothing's going to show up in the history, right?
if he thinks to check that.
everything's
Yeah.
If he thinks to check that,
Uh-huh.
that might be.
Is there?
That's part of this.
While not actively involved in the lying part, is there
Yeah,
anything that I could do to like give off the aura of someone who is uncomfortable maybe, but not in any sort of panic or danger kind of mode?
Okay, so there are mechanics for assisting in this system. You're going to. That's going to be a performance roll.
So like
let me-
presence and expression to like present the the idea that I'm perfectly comfortable surviving in this particular area for the length of time it takes for us to get a ride.
Yeah. So you're going to roll first, and then if you get successes, that gives extra dice to Effie.
Okay. Let me really quick.
I think the way that works, I can look it up real quick, but while you're doing that,
Yeah, I think you're correct.
I think that's yeah.
Yeah, I'm just really quickly going to take a look at a few things. I don't know what my seeming curse thing is. I should have looked that up previously.
What's your seeming again? It's
Elemental
Elemental.
snow skin.
elemental. Elemental.
Changeling, 2nd edition,
Yes.
core.
So the one thing is that both, if people are working on the same thing, they both have to roll the same dice pool. So if it's manipulation
Okay.
subterfuge for Effie,
Yep.
then it would have to be
Yeah.
manipulation subterfuge.
Yep.
For,
So you're gonna do manipulation subterfuge.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, it's so I risk clarity damage if somebody browbeats, coerces, or forces me to act against my will. Okay, that's
Yeah. This is not any of that.
Okay. Yeah, because that's what I was trying to like support rather than do the thing. Because what I'm doing is different. But okay, I'll roll
Mhm.
manipulation and
Yeah,
We're
but you're
both
still
rolling at the
assisting
same
with the
time then.
yeah. Yeah. No, Gonaria is rolling first, and then
Okay,
you get to
cool.
then you roll.
I am more.
because if Gunaria gets successes, you
I'm
need
more
to add dice to
manipulation
your-
and subterfuge than I am at presence and expression. But
Yeah.
You
same.
don't have to assist if you don't want to.
oh no, I'm actively trying to assist. So
Go
Okay.
for it.
no successes.
That's fine. I
Uh,
am equally good at this.
yeah.
So we
Yeah,
will
you
see
don't-
how this goes.
I should have spent a willpower. And I think about it.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Sorry, I was reading a
But-
thing and before and was not given the opportunity to interject for a
Uh-huh.
second.
Yeah.
I have the ability to spend willpower on other people's rolls.
oh,
Ooh.
you do you?
I would like to
Okay.
spend a willpower on Effie's roll.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'll say you're like way in the background. You're still part of this like scene. No, I'll say that can happen.
Okay,
You have a success.
that's much
then.
better.
There. Beautiful.
I have 2 successes.
Well done. All right. Yeah, he kind of looks a little bit like shaken I mean, this was not something he was expecting to run into on whatever night this is. But he, after giving you his number, taking his phone back, he gets in the car and drives away.
Before that happens, if we can.
Yeah.
So Bracken was up in the sky looking to.
What are you doing up there?
He's trying to get a view and see if he recognizes this landscape at all. Because Old Mill Road is one of the very few names he remembers from.
Yes.
From his time in on this side of the hedge.
Excellent. Oh, that reminds me, we need to probably do a clarity roll of some sort, because you just got sort of reminded of some things.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So let's do the clarity roll first. That feels good. Let me remember how clarity rolls work, because I definitely just did this 2 weeks ago, which has been 1 week too long for me to remember anything.
Wits plus composure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Wits and composure. And we have to do some 104. There's going to be some modifiers to that before you roll. So hang on a sec.
Alrighty. I'll hang on a bit.
It's a wits and composure roll as an attack on yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Strongly associated with the changeling endurance. Is that it? That we got? I think so. That feels right. Yeah. So you have a +3 to it.
Okay.
This is a bit of a thing.
Oh, for sure for him. 100%. Hey, look, an exceptional success.
Okay.
5 successes.
So you are taking
it's your weird it's your weird rolls. You roll your weird for damage, and because it was an exceptional success, it'll do lethal clarity damage.
Yep.
Severe clarity damage.
Okay.
Yes.
So we are going to do a simple roll. 0.
Okay.
I have a very low weird, right?
Excellent.
Shaken but not damaged.
Exactly. Yeah. You feel shook.
Thou art shooketh.
But does he see anything from an aerial view? Because he's a barred owl. It would take him maybe 5 seconds to get above the tree line and pretty high.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have you make this is like navigation kinds of things.
Something survival?
Yeah. Let's see. Do I want to do intelligence or wits? You're trying to remember stuff. It's intelligence.
Okay. Intelligence and it's not highlighting, but it is selected. There we go. No, any modifiers on that?
No.
Okay. 1 success.
You got a success though. So you are currently as your
this wouldn't be tracking in any sense, right? Because I do have a specialty on that.
No, because you're not trying to follow anyone. Okay. You're like trying to place where you are.
Right. I'm just trying to just trying to get an assessment. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So you are currently you're not quite where you remember the last like part of that drive down that road that you remember. Mm-hmm. That was like a curve. You are closer to a straight part of it. But you're close. You're really close. And
can I point, can that give us a sort of like ping on a map? Like, are we towards the north end of Old Mill Road? Are we more towards the south end?
You are to the whole thing. You're kind of more toward the northern end of it. Just where it turns off of,
closer to the water. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. You're not super close to like the Atlantic mine down there. You're more further north. Yep.
Because he's disconcerted and stuff, then before this gentleman gets back in his car,
Uh-huh.
he comes down and lands on Gwenaria's shoulder.
Okay.
Blink, blink.
There's now an owl on my shoulder.
There's a moment of just like, are you fucking kidding me going on in Effie's head right now?
Jesse does not wave goodbye.
I look over at the owl.
Well,
Fucking
pulls
birds,
back on
right?
the road.
So he's leaving.
Wait till
regardless,
he's
right?
gone. Yeah.
Yes.
Wait until he's at least far enough away that he's not gonna hear anything.
Yeah.
Turn back is like, all right, we know where we are. We
Break
know
lights.
approximately when we are, and we know specifically where we are and how we can get back. So mission accomplished. Then look at the look at the bird. Fucking really?
Blink, blink.
Jesus fucking. All right,
I will.
let's get our shit together and
I sort of look over at the owl on my shoulder. Is there something you'd like to tell us? I don't speak owl.
He'll fly off to a branch.
Is it a branch in the direction of the others or in a different direction?
It's just one that's close by.
Okay. Do you have any idea what he's trying to say?
do I look like I speak? No.
Are there any other
Probably
owls around, Mara? Because I can communicate to them in this form.
No.
Okay.
Probably something of the effect of, oh, hi. Really glad I almost screwed that whole thing up for you guys. How are you? By the way, I'm a fucking owl.
You haven't heard a whole lot of other animal sounds, actually,
Okay.
of any sort.
Let's just go back and get a fire lit for the
Uh-huh.
others. I'm just gonna start.
I mean,
Okay.
we're not fucking staying out here, right?
Well, we need to at least get people warm enough to move.
I mean, sure, but maybe not right near where we came out of the place where we just escaped from.
No.
Yeah, no.
Mercutio sort of like sidles up behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on. Perhaps we should not be seen here at all.
Oh my fucking
How'd
God.
you get behind us?
That's what he does.
Also, you walked
balls
away
on-
from him, so.
Well, yeah, but like turned back to follow you because you flew back towards the trees. So
The
I
balls
did
There are
not.
trees
I
everywhere.
flew
by the
towards him.
way.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that statement,
The
Jeremy?
ball's on you, by the way.
who?
Looking at Mercutio.
Oh,
If that's a reference, I didn't understand it, so.
No, that's simply a reference to, hi, I'm going to pretend to be who you pretended to be to facilitate a fucking jailbreak.
It was
Inspired, don't get me wrong.
the
I'm
spur
impressed.
of the moment.
It was good.
is there any loose wood, like branches, fallen bits of tree, anything around?
Not where you are.
Or
You're
am I
kind
gonna
of
have
like
to start
on the edge of the
Minecrafting a
forest.
tree?
You're not where you are. You're kind of like right on the side of the road right now. There were some more like branches and stuff in the clearing where you came from.
Okay, yeah,
Or the-
yeah. So
Because one of the trees had gone down. So it was like a gap in the canopy.
let's regroup, move away from this location, get people warm, and figure out what we're doing.
Works for me.
Start heading back towards where.
Mercutio kind of looks down at themselves. I am afraid I have been thrust into this breathing world scarce half made up.
I know the feeling, says the completely nude person.
Says the person who does not currently have a functioning mask.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna need to fix that.
Miranda is quietly curled up into a ball behind a tree.
Yeah, I'm heading back towards where Miranda was since they're the last person in that area.
Nope.
Did you hide particularly well? I don't remember the roll.
It was not a good roll.
Okay,
Nope.
cool.
No, none of you hid particularly well.
So, go back, look around, spot, walk over to the tree, kneel down. Are you okay?
I'm good.
We need to move. Are you able to move?
I need clothes.
I know.
Yeah.
First, let's move away from here, she says, gesturing towards the space, the not currently visible hole in space-time we came out of. And then we can focus on getting clothes.
Okay.
Offer
This is
you
a
hand.
band shirt. It has no pocket. That's unfortunate.
No, it does not.
I'll offer you a hand to get up.
She'll
It'd
take
be
it.
lucky if it has a collar and sleeves.
I don't think it does. I think it's literally just like the.
Yep.
Is there any sort of a like survival or some sort of role that I could do to sort of see if there's a better, more easy, like a better location that for us to move to within the woods, so we're not walking out into public space.
Sure.
That we could sort of regroup and warm up.
Yeah, that's gonna be wits and survival
Wheats and survival.
for navigating around.
I'll spend a willpower on it for an extra 3.
Do it.
Because this is kind of what Gwenaria did, just by herself. 1 success.
Hey, a success. So are you looking, you're looking to kind of find a place to shelter that is away from here, basically? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
your
a
kind of
place
goal?
where we can set people up in shelter so that we can get a better idea of what
Yeah.
we're doing.
So in
Place where we can light a fire without immediately drawing everyone's attention.
Yep.
Yeah. So basically, if you can tell that like this part of the forest is kind of like built up like this, and it's hard to hide in a forest like this where it's very like ordered, because
It's very
any
ordered.
disorder or any like odd things are going to stand out really fast. But a walk away is this isn't a huge area that this planted part is, and further out it gets to more like natural forest out here.
Okay.
And you think that's probably going to be better. There's not a whole lot of like, yeah, there's kind of like a clear cutting that goes through that's on one side of this part that's like for telephone poles and stuff, but on, if you kind of follow that, that's a faster way to navigate, or you can go through the forest to get to more like natural wooded areas, quote unquote. Would you want to risk going out in the open for faster transport, or kind of go through?
I think primarily what Gwenaria is in for right now is just a place that we can get to that's shielded from eyes. So she doesn't particularly care about how rough the terrain is. So
okay, all right, yeah. In that case, I'm not going to make you roll for navigating through. I am going to have everyone roll a composure, or not composure. Is it composure?
I would hope it's composure, because that's what I'm good at.
Stamina. It's stamina, because that's the physical one. Stamina and survival, because you're in the woods and it's rainy and chilly and dark.
Oh, good. Stamina and survival. Two things that I definitely have.
But don't
Oh, wait, I
worry,
do. I
Effie
actually do.
does have a blanket, which is plus. You have a blanket and a rub. You have +2.
I'm going to. I'm not. I'm going to hand the blanket to.
Miranda.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. In that case, Miranda, you have the +2.
So
Okay.
before we start
You
moving,
have a wool blanket.
before we start moving, in order to do some, correct me, remind me, if I fill the loophole of a contract, I don't have to pay the glamour, right?
Yes, correct.
Right. So I'm just going to. Is there snow on the ground or ice? You said it was sleeting.
It's sleeting. It's wet and damp. It's not quite cold enough yet for it to have frozen, and there's no snow.
Okay.
Any snow will have like gone to slush, basically, from the rain part of this.
Is
And
there?
if it was a little colder, it's probably going to be snow.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if there was any anything that could be categorized as elemental ice that I could get my hands on.
Not quite. Sorry.
I just tilt my head back and
Does
open my
Bracken
mouth.
get any? Does Bracken get any bonuses for being a well-attired wild creature who
you
is
don't have to make
definitely
this roll.
dressed for
Sorry.
this sort of weather?
Yeah, you don't have to roll
No,
this.
you're fine.
You're a bird.
I'm a fucking owl.
You got waterproof.
So in that case,
I need to ask my storyteller, can I apply the blessing of perfection to my shirt to make it more functional for this?
Yeah.
Excellent.
You can waterproof your shirt.
So in that case, I'm actually going to spend 2 glamour.
Okay.
And step a little bit further away from everyone else as we walk to activate my primal glory contract.
Ooh.
I touch an element and it cows before me. I gain immunity to damage from mundane instances of the element and suffer only half damage rounded down from magical sources. This in this case, ice or cold would be the like ice would be the idea. It curls around me. It curls around me in a protective armor, like a dog eager to please its master, granting an armor rating 1/1. Da 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 da. And also hurts people, deals lethal damage to people that come too close. But basically, I'm trying to coat myself in the cold of the sleet storm of the current sleet.
So you touch a raindrop and it sublimates directly into ice and then vapor.
There we go.
As just sort of surrounds you, and all of you can kind of see this like field around Guinaria that just sort of like misting slightly.
Yeah, it's just this cold mist fog that just erupts from the drop and just engulfs her. Think Elsa's ice clothing from Frozen, except it's mist instead of ice at the moment.
Mercutio, go on.
No, go ahead.
Mercutio kind of looks down at the shirt, sort of pats their arms a little bit, sort of rubs up and down on the shirt. Thou shalt have to suffice, my fair friend, for the miserable have no other medicine but only hope. And will pour 2 glamour into the blessing of perfection. There's no dice pool. It just replaces its equipment bonus with my weird rating. So now I have a +3 bonus on this roll.
Cool. All of you hear hunting horns as magic shimmers in the air.
They're move.
A ways away, but you can definitely hear them.
I'm just gonna indicate to where we need to be
I
going.
hear hunting horns. I'm taking off.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, Bracken is all out.
Yep.
And I got 2 successes.
Excellent. Yeah. I think all of you got at least one success.
So do I need to make that stamina survival check with the
No.
Okay. I'm also going to be letting them all lead so that I'm falling behind as a sort of a bulwark between anything coming up behind us.
Okay.
And I could go ahead and just get that ready just in case. And also it'll be useful for gathering wood. I'm gonna
What you doing?
Actually I can't because I can't get any of it right now. I'll worry about that later. I'll just keep
Okay. All right. You all start moving.
Yeah.
With Effie kind of taking the lead initially, and then Gwynaria kind of helping navigate you all move further into away from this part of the forest and further into the wild. The trees become more random. Bracken, you start to hear critters and things. Prey is out there.
Okay, good.
You don't hear any other owls yet, or any other like sort of equivalent things to you. But you all move further in. You find a bit of a place where there is one of those this is a deciduous tree has come down, and like the root structure has come up and is like this, which is not useful for any podcast listeners, but is like one of those like kind of like umbrella fan shaped situations that
any
leans
podcast
over
listeners
slightly.
Google rootstock and you'll see what we're talking
There
about.
we go. And forms like a little bit of shelter out here.
I'm trying to find
Slightly.
some amoxicillin.
Okay.
There's.
It's big. The way it is right now, about 2, maybe 3 people, if you squeeze up close, can kind of fit into it. You'd have to start doing some more things to make it habitable for like more of you to fit under, but 2 or 3 of you can.
Would
for
that
sure.
Bracken will land on top and then do the owl thing where when they're wet, they just like shake their head really hard and it kind of spatters out a little bit. And then just keep his head on a literal swivel. And keep an eye on whatever's happening around by.
Okay. Wits and composure for that.
Okay. Would this be something?
He's also trying to pick up and see if there's any more indication of those horns, how far away they are, what direction they are from us, that sort of thing.
Okay.
He'll spend a willpower on this.
Would that covering be cover from where we were coming from?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You all have like gone because you were reacted to the horns. You have gone far enough away that you aren't hearing them anymore. Bracken, nice. Yeah. The horns have faded away. You don't hear anything more. Can you give me just wits and occult roll also?
Does this occult have anything to do with the hedge?
Yes.
Wasn't there a
I
sixth
get a
person
+1
here
for
who
my
was like a
specialty
horse?
for that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. They have been silently freaking out next to a Miranda. And actually,
Holy damn.
nice. Beautiful.
Gotta love those exploding 10s. Jesus. Yeah, so 4 successes on occult.
No, you would have had to be able. Okay. Yeah, they're next to Miranda. They have not said anything. They don't
Fair.
Miranda
Or a
probably
horse.
tried to calm them down at some point.
Okay. Yeah.
I do have a specialty for silent moving and stealth.
Can you give me for calming them down? That'd be, what would that be? That'd be manipulation and empathy.
All right.
You have to read them to be able to do that. Bracken as well. So the noises have become more like forest normal at this point.
Mhm.
You can also feel and Mercutio, you have a weird of 2, right?
3.
Slightly. 3? Okay, yeah.
3-2.
3, 2. Okay. Mercutio and Effie, you can also kind of feel this just sort of instinctually, not as it becomes more like apparent the higher your weird is. As you move away from where you came out, it is reality is becoming more sullied, and the sounds of the hunting horns faded away. Not so much that the hunting horn, like you've gotten away from the hunting horns, but you have a harder time hearing them, and therefore you hope they have a harder time hearing you. With the occult roll, you guess that the manipulation of like glamour and magical energy was probably what sort of caused a frisson a bit. And 2 of you doing it once is a bit much there. Anyway. Miranda, you've gotten them like kind of calmed down. They're not bolting. That's why they didn't bolt when the car situation happened. But they're hanging in there by a thread.
So if there's only room for a couple, 3 people, Effie is definitely staying out of the air and letting other people take it.
Yeah. Same.
With that realization, Bracken will come down, will fly down, and revert to his to his standard changeling form.
Okay.
He back.
Hunters.
Yes. Less so now.
He'll tap himself on the chest. Tracked. And then he'll go over and touch Mercutio and then Gwynaria.
Gwynaria will hold a hand up before you get within 3 feet of her. Don't get too close.
Okay. No. Tracked.
Mm-hmm. It's a fair guess.
Kind of gesture around himself and then point towards Mercutio's shirt.
Yes, we need clothes. We know.
No. Weird. And then I'll point towards Gwynaria as well. Weird. Tracked.
Right.
Hunters.
We got it.
Yes.
Thank you. I didn't quite catch your name.
He'll blink a sec. Bracken.
Gwynaria. I guess Gwynaria was a dragon and didn't know anybody's name.
Nope.
Right?
Because no one walks up to the dragon and introduces themselves.
Right. Hey, you come here often?
Yeah. If it seems like no one else is going to say anything, Gwynaria is going to go start gathering sticks.
Yeah, no. Evie's just taking a moment.
Is it still raining here as well, Mara?
Yep. It's less like affecting you because the tree cover is different and it kind of covers more.
Mm-hmm.
the straight lines.
And you said
But-
there were deciduous trees and that sort of thing around here?
Yes.
How much leaf litter would you say is on the ground?
A lot.
Okay. Yeah, Brecken's going to go down to the base of the rootstock then.
Mhm.
Start clearing away as much of the surface leaf litter as he can, because it tends to collect in those holes.
Yeah,
And
you're
see
trying
if
to
there's
clear,
any-
get more
Right.
room.
Well, and he's specifically trying to dig under and see if he can find any dry wood that's been protected from the moisture that might actually stand a fucking chance of getting lit.
Okay. Granari is going to search for wood too.
Yeah, I'm
What was
yeah.
Effie doing?
Effie is just taking a moment and sort of gone quiet for as they start walking up, because this is the first time they've had a chance to just catch their breath.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's very fair.
So look over to horse.
The horse is staring at you.
Yeah. Thanks for the ride.
Horse nods.
Appreciate it. It's fine. We'll get warm here. Eventually make our way back, find somewhere to actually sleep like a normal person. It'll be fine. We made the hard step now. Right.
The horse sighs.
Miranda is gently petting the horse.
You okay?
Is that question to Miranda or the horse or both of them?
I mean, in general,
In general.
more towards the horse, but
Okay.
but in general, just looking at the two of them wrapping up in robe.
Miranda will just nod and then motion to the blanket. Are you sure you don't need this?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm kind of made of fire, so it's not too bad. It is what it is. I'm fine.
Horse nods.
You doing good?
Horse nods. It's such a
Yeah, I'm
horse.
checking that. Yeah, you goddamn right.
Excellent. That's gonna be wits and empathy.
Yep.
Listen, I was really excited when I realized that you were still riding the horse when you all went through, so the horse would come with.
Hell yeah. For sure.
Yeah, 4.
Excellent. Beautiful. I
Effie
love it.
knows this
How is
horse.
it that no matter what my character's die rolls in the world of darkness, I'm for some reason an empathy fiend?
Right?
It's beautiful.
Great.
The horse
I
looks
swear to God.
really confused. The horse looks like it is really not sure about any of this. Exactly that gift.
Wait, we can put gifts in chat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Since when?
Roll 20.
boy.
I
no.
tweaked that a little while ago. Oh
This will be
God,
a
no.
boost.
Oh no. Anyways.
The horse looks very confused. And like it's nodding like to go along.
Is there anything, because I think at this particular moment, at least, what Effie is most concerned about is this horse going to do something fucking stupid to draw attention to us in some way?
Excellent.
Is this horse a risk to us right now?
Is this horse a loose cannon? 50-50.
Great.
None of us are armed, but somehow Effie manages to cock a gun.
That's Mercutio's trick. Thank you very much.
Do you have a name?
The horse stares into the middle distance.
That's gonna be
Bracken looks over and
stamp
goes,
your foot once
"Harf."
for don't help. Stamp your foot once for yes, twice for no. Do you have a name?
The horse takes off. And that's
Goodbye, horse.
where we're gonna take a break.
Look, there were even odds.
Goodbye, Moon Man.
All right. We'll be back in a bit. Remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, get some food, do what you need to do. Stay tuned for these Christmas messages, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back. A dinosaur story.
A dinosaur story. Damn.
I intentionally cut the rhythm off so you didn't know when to jump in. It was great.
Wow. Wow.
You're welcome.
The horse has
Hey,
run off.
we do bits in this house.
Yeah.
Miranda's
horse-
chasing the horse.
Miranda is chasing the horse.
Yes.
No,
Excellent.
let it. Fuck me.
All right, Holly, do you have a
very
new character for
excited.
next week?
No. Miranda's gonna need to make a
Bracken
roll
look-
to try and catch up with the
Yes.
horse.
Bracken looks towards Effie. Catch.
What role do I need to make?
Point at Miranda. That one.
He's off like a shot.
Stamina and athletics, both of you.
This is I'm like
A horse isn't.
This is
No,
going to be an
actually, not
easy
stamina. A
catch.
horse is not an endurance. They're not super good for that. They do like bursts of speed. So strength athletics. Can you beat a horse in a foot race?
Mm-mm.
Okay. You can spend
Now,
willpower. on this.
is Bracken making the same roll or
Yes.
0. Yep.
okay?
If you beat Miranda's, you can catch up to her.
Yeah, you will. You will. This she'll be easy to catch.
Oh, Miranda.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
He did go off pretty quickly, so I'm gonna say he spends a willpower as well.
Okay.
Now, actually, he's just gonna run. He's just gonna run. He's not gonna spend the willpower.
Yeah, you're finding wood.
Did you spend a willpower on that roll, Miranda?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh,
3 successes.
Miranda, you take off running, but you're also trying to like hold the blanket, and it makes it hard to run super fast.
You're in heels.
The horse.
I just picture come back and then Bracken
Oh, do these boots
tackles.
have heels? What kind of are these fashion boots, as my cousin says, or are these?
They would have
uh,
like short wedged heels,
Okay,
like
yeah.
1 inch wedged heels,
Yeah.
not
Mhm.
a lot.
Yeah.
running through wet dirt with heeled boots and a blanket on and nothing else.
Yeah, it's not. It's
And then
not
this
super-
shirtless fox guy in blue jeans dashes up behind you and literally scoops you up in a princess carry and just takes off at the same speed back towards the stump.
But horse.
Sweetie. Sorry. That we're not gonna catch them. Also, I have
Bracken-
concerns about them.
Yeah, they need help.
Bracken gently sets Miranda down and then looks towards Effie again. Catch.
Fine. See if you can.
He takes off again.
Don't.
Effie, somehow you're in
Oh,
charge.
God.
I don't know when this happened.
How
Everyone
did
have
the
to get
person who thinks that everybody hates them is in charge?
Because Benario went off to get wood. That's why.
Ah. This is
Strength athletics again. This time you've got minus 2. It's dark. The horse
the
didn't
head
have
start,
to
yeah.
go back.
In that case, if he can, it's a reflexive action. He's going to spend a glamour for 7 league leap.
Ooh. do?
And since I'm a beast, so generally it's meant to increase your jumping.
Mhm.
Which lets me clear extra distance per
Yep.
weird. But since I'm a beast, it increases my speed by 10 for the scene, and if I use it in a foot chase, I gain the edge the immediate next turn.
Ooh. Okay. Excellent. Awesome. I'm gonna.
And there's no dice pool. He just does it.
There's no
Yeah.
dice pool. It's
I
just
love
right.
it.
No, and this is the first time you hear Bracken actually use more than one word at a time. As he sort of hops up and down a little bit, he's like, faster than hawk, faster than wind. Go! and he just takes off. His speed has gone from 13 to 23.
Shit.
And he just hauls ass after this fleeing. And as he goes, he gets about probably 45 yards away, and you hear him yell, "Horf!" Because that's what he's named this horse thing.
Horf. Excellent. Okay. I need to write that down. Give me a second. I am taking notes.
Your name is now Horf. Congratulations.
I'm gonna make a roll for the horse just to see. It's gonna have a -2. It'd be a, let's see, what's the general dice pool for a horse running through the woods? It's a 6. So I'm gonna roll 4 dice. Let's see. You catch up with the horse. It's not.
And again, just grab and. Mm-hmm.
You're gonna grab the horse.
He's gonna grab the horse and go hum, and start trying to pull it back towards the stump.
Did you just tell a recent escapee from Arcadia that you're taking them home?
Yeah, this is a thing. This is a thing. You're making a
yes.
manipulation and animal ken. Roll -3. You're muted, Jack.
I'll spend a willpower to compensate for that.
Beautiful. Do it.
I got a success.
Beautiful. Okay. It you can feel this horse, like you've gotten onto this horse and you can feel it like panic as you do that. And your words don't seem to be like effective. From what you've seen of this horse so far, it does seem to understand English. It seems cognizant, more than your average horse. But your words are not reassuring ones. What is reassuring is just sort of the constant like presence and the not trying to, because you all had run away from the horns. You're not trying to steer it toward the horns. It remembers where the horns were.
Right.
It you don't get it to go back yet to the group. You're currently, oh goodness, it went a ways, like a couple football fields.
Yeah, a couple 100 yards away. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like you've stalled it out though. So you and the horse are standing there in a clearing. You can hear it. It's like heavy breathing, jittery, but it is like still just sort of like shifting back and forth in the woods.
Mm-hmm. He'll just reach out a hand if it's sort of doing that kind of agitated horse dance, but not bolting thing.
This is my
just kind of
impression
put
of
a
horse.
hand in between its eyes. Yeah, no, you're fine. Safe. Safe.
Sorry, I need some clarification. Is this a actual like horse, or is this a person with a horse head? Because that was the first way it was described.
It's a person with the horse head.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to clarify the image.
Yeah.
Can we see can we see, do they have a regular looking mask?
From what I understand, it's really hard to see the mask as a changeling, though.
You can do a well, Effie, you're not there.
Right. Well,
but
I mean,
Bracken,
could we have before?
Yeah, absolutely. It is gonna be a resolve and occult.
Oh
It's a
dear.
weird one. But resolve and occult to like be able to concentrate on this image.
Yeah, 'cause
Bracken got
normally,
a
normally
success
it
on
takes
that.
like I think
Okay.
a spending of a glamour to fully perceive another
Good.
changeling's mask.
This is chance.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
Nope.
Not a dramatic failure, though.
But not a botch. Unless you'd like it to be.
You know what?
Yeah.
This is a huge thing. I could take a fail. I could take a botch on this.
Beautiful. You get a beat. Congrats.
Yay, sweet.
So Bracken.
Yep.
You as you're like clinging on, and this person's mask
Mm-hmm.
is of it's it's almost a horse. The horse is wrong. One thing, the horse is hairless.
Okay.
Mostly. It's skinny. It doesn't look good. It is not fully animal, but this person was along for the ride and did not choose to make the track over to from Arcadia.
Mm-hmm.
They got steered there by Effie conveniently. Good job, Effie.
And now I am regretting my choices. No, I'm not. Because it got me out.
Yep. Effie with a botch. Let's see.
Do I just assume that do I just think they don't have a mask?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, that actually works really well into everything that has happened since.
Beautiful. Okay.
Giving up on them, etc. We're not getting a horse-headed person into the city.
That's what you think. Miranda has other plans.
You put a bag on it.
Bracken's like
Fine.
safe.
Look, sweetie, there is no amount of makeup that can make that look normal. I'm sorry. I can work wonders, but
then he'll point back towards where everybody else is. Warm, Horf. And he'll try and take Horf by the hand and drag them and like lead them back towards the roots.
Horf follows.
Excellent.
Oh no. Oh no, that
The
can't
name has
be
been
the real
accepted.
name. Oh no.
The rest of you.
Names have power.
So yeah,
Question.
back at
Can I voluntarily take a dramatic failure in Bracken's creativity on coming up with names? Since this thing's name is now Horf. No, I'm just kidding. Go.
back at the camp. Listen, I'm sorry, we haven't been formally introduced yet. What's your name?
Miranda.
Miranda. Hi, and I just realized this about halfway through the session. They're not going to be Effie for a little while still.
No.
I'm Rowan. Listen, the horse is great. I'm really grateful they helped us get out, but that they're ready to bolt at the slightest second, and that's going to be a problem for us. I don't think that they necessarily wanted to get out. I just kind of rode them out of there.
But they're out, so they need help now.
I really don't like that you said that.
Really, at this point, Gunaria comes back and has been gone long enough that she's just dragging a fallen tree behind her rather than some sticks. Like,
Beautiful.
just found a fallen tree. He's like, this is a lot more wood than just a bunch of sticks. Grabbed and just started dragging.
Mercutio, what is Mercutio doing, by the way? See, we're here.
Probably disappearing into the backdrop, just sort of like being a piece of set dressing at the moment.
Okay. I assume you've gotten out of the rain.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Welcome back. The horse ran away.
Where's Bracken?
Went after the horse.
So the horse will be back.
We'll see. You can practically hear the hopefully not undertones of that.
At this point, start to see in the very background.
Oh, good.
Drags
They're
the,
coming back.
drags the tree over to the root system, and then at that point we'll let the elemental armor drop. Just so that I can be within 3 feet of other people again. Put it over there. Come back over. So what happened?
The horse got spooked and ran.
What spooked them?
I have no fucking idea. Yeah. Miranda, thoughts?
Miranda?
Yeah,
She'll hold a hand out. Gunaria.
I know.
Rowan.
When you say I know, there's just like a confused look on her face.
I've met you before. You probably don't remember.
I don't remember much. Well, I remember a
That's
lot,
okay.
but specific things.
That's okay. She
Probably
points to
better
one of her
off you.
scars. This one's from you.
Clarity roll.
Okay. So
Throwing people their trauma back and forth.
let's
Clarity roll.
Clarity roll.
That's wits and composure.
+3.
Am I rolling that as well?
Yeah, because you're like actively bringing it up. I think for you it's a +2 because you're like initiating it.
What is the
Two
roll on that?
successes. I will.
Wits and
It is
composure.
Wits
Wits and composure
I will
+2
willingly.
for you.
I will willingly,
Okay.
dramatically succeed or exceptionally succeed that.
Okay. Beautiful.
4 successes.
Okay. So that's
I take a
for-
severe bit of damage.
yeah. And Miranda, you have to roll to see if you take. Oh yeah, you do take a severe. Congratulations. We'll get to that. Miranda, you have to make a weird roll. So if you
weird
have
roll?
a weird of 1, you roll 1d10.
Sure.
And if you get a success on this, it means you take some clarity damage that will
Yeah.
be minor because but you don't. So
you get a second beat for taking that clarity damage, by the way.
yes. Yeah.
I do.
Gunaria.
I take that maxes me out to 5, by the way.
Yep, so you can
Okay.
clear all 5 of those and get an experience.
Yep. Congratulations. You have 1 XP.
The first
Um,
XP of the game.
So
I think.
Miranda, as you're doing this, yeah, shaky. This is a shaky thing to do. Gunaria, you're going to take some damage.
I
Let
did
me
take some
remind
damage.
myself. Yeah. So you do if you have any like I don't remember the term for this, but like standard clarity damage,
Yeah.
it's gonna like shift that over just like we do for regular damage. You
Yeah.
have 1 severe, so that's an X in that box.
Yeah. So does that mean I have to have an X in the left box or the right?
In
The
the
farthest
left,
left
box.
should be where the severe comes
Yeah.
in.
Okay.
By the way, if
Anything
you
anything
get
less than that gets pushed to the right.
Okay.
yeah, if you get any damage in the rightmost 3 boxes, let me know because then
Not yet.
further stuff happens. Okay.
One more. If I get one more, I will.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't give you a condition right now, but you just have clarity damage.
Okay.
Excellent. Beautiful.
So yeah, so there's just a
So you feel this is a sort of pointed reminder of things.
so when
Oh.
when you say
Sorry,
this
go ahead.
is from you, for a moment, it's just the dragon face, like staring down at you, very harshly, and then it snaps right back to the terrifying dragon face, and then
She will take a few steps back.
and then it snaps back to how she has been holding herself. I'm sorry.
Okay, so let's for the moment not dwell on the distant recent up until the point where we started running past, and let's be forward thinking, shall we, darlings?
I'm not mad about it.
Their words hold more harm than that which they imply. Mercutio's voice comes from like the
Oh,
background.
God. Mercutio. You know, I was gonna say I really appreciate you, and now I'm we need normal talking now.
Right. Sorry.
Bracken and Horf, come. You've made it.
There goes the normal talking. You're muted.
So Bracken walks up, he's kind of got Horf by the wrist and just looks at Gwen, looks at Rowan and just points. Horf!
Is that his name?
Miranda will run
Great.
over and hug Bracken and then hug the horse.
We're gonna last approximately 10 minutes.
Bracken will pat Horf on the back. Safe.
More bodies does not mean a quicker downfall.
Yes, that is absolutely the reason that I was saying that. Anyways, all right, we're here. We've got a we have wood.
Quinari will gesture to the tree that she dragged back. I found some
We
wood.
have wood.
Oh, is Bracken able to find anything dry under the leaves at all?
Not really. You took
Okay.
off after the horse.
Right, I was gonna say, yeah, just didn't. Yep.
Yeah, you
He'll
didn't
go
have
back.
much
He'll go
on.
back to looking then.
Okay.
We have wood.
Wet.
I done
Horf
nothing.
stops 1 foot.
Wet isn't the problem. It's a problem, but it's not the problem.
What's the problem?
Can you will it to catch on fire?
Yes. By rubbing two sticks together for an extended period of time.
That we will freeze to death. Well, you and I may not. They'll freeze to, and maybe Featherhead will be fine. But
Could you will it to fire quicker?
hold on, let me check something just to make sure.
Hearing that, Bracken will look over. House.
Yes, it'd be nice if we had one.
Find.
Yes, that was my hope. But
from what we've been told, we're nowhere near any sort of campground or anything where we would find one.
Did Bracken see any when he was an owl flying
Yeah.
up high? Did he see any lights?
Yeah, like very far away. There's a couple of like, and you would know kind of this area a bit. There were like a couple of houses along this road back when you were here last
Mhm.
time. They're
Have we
kind of
headed-
scattered.
Have we
You haven't
headed?
seen one.
Have we headed west or east from Old Mill Road, would you say right now?
You've headed parallel to it. You've headed
To more
I'm gonna
north?
have you specify. Yeah, you headed more north.
Would he know where Kiwanar Waters Resort was, do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll just stand up and point in a direction. He has direction
there?
sense, so he never takes any navigational penalties
Excellent.
to finding
Good.
things. So.
Good to know.
What's that way?
House.
You're gonna have to be
Is
more
it-
specific. Is it somebody's home? Because we're not gonna break into somebody's house and say we're staying here now.
Also, it's going to be difficult to acquire services when most of us are mostly naked.
Oh no, that's gonna help.
And you can see he's thinking, like he's trying to find words for something. House. And then he does a similar gesture to when he was indicating that using a contract was what had attracted the hunters. My house.
Your home from before?
No. Make my house.
Something you can purchase.
Something you can
Weird.
create with your abilities.
Build a house.
Mercutio walks
A
up to Bracken.
contract.
Something you can make yours temporarily.
Yes.
Bracken, proffer, if you will, the tools of our elucidation, he says, as he sort of like indicates to the jeans for a second and just hold still.
He just
And
looks at you.
Mercutio reaches into the jeans pocket.
Okay.
I spend a glamour and I make a roll.
Excellent.
I need to roll. What roll is this in specific?
Oh, our camera shifted at some point. Huh, that's weird.
Probably
That's
because I
'cause-
reset my
Oh,
router.
Yeah.
Right.
Manipulation, persuasion, and weird. Okay.
Cool. Can you persuade reality that a thing is in that pocket? like it.
While Mercutio is doing that to Bracken, how far away would you imagine this place is?
That's a bit of a hike out. It's probably going to be, if you're going through the woods, it's going to take longer. No distances. I think that's going to
Yes.
take about like an hour of walking.
Yeah.
If you go
So,
along
so Mercutio reaches into Bracken's pocket and pulls out another smartphone.
Oh, that's
that was not in your
delightful.
pocket before.
And pulls it up and starts pulling up the internet
hmm
and pulls up Google
There-
Maps.
There's a cold, wet nose on the back of your hand as he's.
I need you to give me a D10 roll. You want high.
Can I influence this at all?
Nope.
anything,
This is,
okay.
Is there internet
Is there
service
signal?
here?
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I mean,
Give me
there's-
signal,
Sorry.
please.
there's-
7.
Okay. It's weak. You got like a bar or two. You got like a
So-
bar, half a bar to 1 bar.
It's enough to slowly pull out Google Maps.
Okay. Yeah.
And first of all, neat trick. Really. Second of all, there is a very, very upset dog in the yard next door.
Oh, no.
Second of all, we need to get into the city, I assume. How far away is that? I never went out this far.
So when Google Maps finishes loading, Mercutio will sort of slide the map over north until until we find the thing that Bracken is looking for, with Bracken sort of looking over his shoulder.
Yeah, so like your location, you are in the middle of the woods right now. There are some like personal residences, houses nearer than the resort. But you can kind of see it there. That is not like that is definitely further away from like Houghton itself. Houghton itself, it would take a bit of hiking to get in there. The nearest town,
how far is Houghton, or the nearest town?
Yeah, the nearest town would actually be like, it's not a town, but like around the Atlantic mine, there's a lot more things. Like there's the there's like a waste transfer station there, and some
There's a
U-Haul
monastery.
Place. There is that too.
Sanctuary.
Yeah. If you, the road in, I mean, there's not a whole lot out here where you are. If you go west at all, you're not going to find anything. That's further out into the middle of nowhere. You're going to want to go east. It is a ways in. It is a ways in to get to anything, and you're going to be getting into habited areas.
If there's a resort nearby that Bracken is familiar with and has the tools to get us into, if it's close enough, we should make for that direction. We'll get to the we can get to a city after we've got clothed and warm.
Yep, you're not wrong. What is this place again? Do we know exactly?
Keweenaw Waters Resort. It says on Google Maps.
Yeah, it's basically
Has anyone said Mercutio's name yet? Because I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Several times.
Yeah. So Mercutio, right?
Yes.
How far away is it?
How far roughly?
Give
You
me a
said an
second
hour
to
earlier?
Google. Yeah.
You said like an hour direct.
I did. Let me double check that. You are currently here.
And that's north of us, towards the Atlantic Point River.
Yeah, that's north of you. Like pretty much due north. There's light traffic.
We're right next to A64. That's why that car was there. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, it's closer than I said. It's a half a mile, so that would take you 20 minutes.
A brief stroll.
Okay, there's now. We should think about this stuff
15.
beforehand. When we get there, how are we going to get a room? Or rooms?
Indicate toward Bracken.
My house.
I would assume there's some sort of contract in play here.
Okay, what?
Is there anything that's needed to enact it? Would it just be you have a key, or is this something where you would have to get to a door first, Bracken?
Or are you going to take over the building? Because if that's the case, that's a problem. If it's a public resort,
if it's a resort,
we just take over a building.
Yeah.
I assume if you click on the link to more information about the wonderful scenic Keweenaw Waters Resort, it will indicate that it is a place that has like cabins. It's got a few different ones.
Are they individual rent dwelling houses, or are they like this one cabin houses like 4 different units?
Yeah, so it's got multiple cabins. Within each cabin there's like you can generally rental goes, you rent the whole cabin for like a group kind of situation, so they're fairly big.
But they are discrete buildings,
yes,
I believe.
Yeah, they are discrete buildings. They're kind of like along the waterfront.
If we can come
I
across,
believe our friend wants to take control of a single cabin within the resort.
if we,
Okay,
Hmm.
is
That
this
could be.
subtle from the outside?
we'll probably have to. I imagine we'd have to confirm that with our eyes, but it's not too far away.
Well, no, I meant is the contract subtle
Oh,
from the outside? It doesn't like suddenly become, I don't know, we are fucking what we are. It doesn't become a gingerbread house
she
or
she
get
when Arya gestures to her body where the mist armor had been. Is it something as obvious as my armor, or is it more subtle, Bracken?
No. Quiet.
all right, fair enough.
Where the shot?
Worst comes to worst, we run.
While I'm here, Mercutio starts to flip through Google Images for a bit
Okay.
and just starts to look at several different things and begins to. It's very weird looking on the outside as Mercutio begins to like take a hand while looking at pictures and like adjust their jaw, pull hair out of their head, like squeeze and pull musculature and frame as they just mold themselves like basically like a doll and just reshape their form.
Well, that solves my second concern.
Hmm.
Now on to the third, looking over at Horsehead.
As from the list of images they composite Lexi.
Yep.
I look over at Horf. Do they have a
Orph
mask?
has
Horf's mask is an animal.
yeah. At this point, the rest of you can kind of see this. Now that you're not like all the moments before were pretty stressful, but now I'm
Yeah.
not gonna make you roll for it because
Okay.
like yeah,
Yeah.
you can kind of like take a moment.
Oh, good. Okay, that makes me feel better.
It's a
Bracken
slightly,
literally does not see anything weird about Horf at all.
It's a
This
slightly
seems
off,
very normal.
It's slightly awkward horse, but I think
Orph is gonna step behind Miranda. This is slightly intimidating. All of you are staring at me. He doesn't say anything, but that's the internal monologue.
Mercutio is not staring at Horf. Mercutio doesn't care. Mercutio's like, "Oh, it's
Enough
gonna
of
be
you
Horf."
are staring at him.
Gunaria is at
Miranda
least
will put an arm around him. It's
Gunaria is at
okay.
least not staring at Horf like Gunaria was staring at Miranda a second ago, which
All right, let's go then, I guess.
The figure that Mercutio has composited Lexi
Yay.
into has long black hair that sort of drapes around mid back, sort of narrow angular features, blue eyes, pale, very pale, like not quite porcelain but still very pale complexion, broad hips, large chest, but overall relatively built.
Excellent. All right. You all have a direction. Are you heading off right now, or are you gonna wait until morning? What's the plan here?
dark suits is better.
Huh?
Dark suits is better if we're going to do this now.
No, now is good because
Old.
our whole point of coming here was start a fire and get warm. I could maybe help with that if we had anything to start with.
Did you say? Sorry. Did you say hold, Bracken?
Cold.
Cold. So yes, I would say we
Do I
go
need to
now.
help with that? Do I need to help with that as? Oh, sorry. As his Mercutio's original voice comes out for a second, pauses, adjusts, a more feminine voice comes out. Do I need to help with that?
Did you reach into Bracken's pockets and pull out clothes?
Not clothes, but I can pull out a lighter if I need to.
Oh,
I think we're gonna leave. I think we're gonna go anyways. So I don't think it's a
Are we
big
done?
deal.
Are we done with this? Mercutio says, holding up the phone.
is there a time limit on it?
It
Here.
doesn't last forever.
Here, I'll use it to guide
Year.
us. Year?
Look at
Year.
Mercutio pulls up a time. Lexi.
2012. It is November. Hang on, let me figure out what
2012.
2012.
Ah,
keep
we're
moving
still in
it
the
back.
before time.
You moved
Did
it back
I?
again.
Oh, did I?
Yes, no.
2013. Sorry.
It was 2014, I believe.
Yeah, 2014 was the last time.
No,
Did I say-
it was 2013.
Okay.
2013.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
2013.
I remember that for a specific reason. It was
Thank you.
2013.
Yep. Give me a second to figure out when a thing happened that year. It is November 27th, 2013.
November 27th, 2013.
You can see
It's only been.
Bracken's
It
eyes
feels like long. Okay, fair enough.
blink back and forth as he sort of calculates.
Oh,
Huh.
it doesn't match with
Does
my
Miranda
experience.
remember when she was taken?
Intelligence and what's a memory roll? Intelligence and
Composure, I think. No,
Yeah.
it's.
Yeah.
I
That works.
literally had this pulled up just a second ago.
I feel like that works.
Gwenari looks slightly confused for a moment and brushes it off because
Presence of
it
mind.
doesn't matter.
One success.
Okay. That's about you. It was October
Yeah, intelligence and composure. Yep. Mhm.
2013.
That's what they
You've
say.
been gone about a month. Little
Oh.
month and a half.
Okay.
Yep.
Though I imagine it felt longer.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Much longer.
Time doesn't seem to follow the same rules back where we came from.
No, I know I was there for at least a decade, and
I-
it's been
only-
5 years.
I've only been gone a month.
Possibly. Or you've been gone for a lifetime.
Bracken, same role. Intelligence composer, because you don't remember this.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I
We'll see
am.
if you do this time.
I am assuming that I'm going off the assumption that Effie has pretty much perfect recall of this stuff.
Yep.
Correct
Yeah.
me if at any point I'm wrong.
Nope. Yeah, that is accurate. Bracken has decided that he doesn't remember a thing. So
Mhm.
Bracken
We'll see if
doesn't
he remembers
doesn't
right
remember
now.
shit. I
we'll
rolled
see if
it.
you remember now or later.
There we go. Try this again. 2 successes.
It hasn't been a day. It is currently 7:30 at night. You started driving. The clock said 2.
PM.
Yep.
Been 5 hours.
Can I take some clarity damage for this?
Yeah. This is what's the modifier for this?
all that lifetime.
All that
in the span of
time.
5 hours.
Yeah, 5 terrible hours.
Okay,
Um,
fucked.
I have expanded too many bookmarks. I can't see where things are. Where's clarity again? 104.
Wits plus composure.
Yep.
Yep.
Plus,
I have to decide if there's modifiers though.
I assume
Um,
realizing you've only been gone for 5 hours would be a +3.
yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
it's pretty strong.
3 successes.
Okay.
Can I make that a dramatic?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Right, now 5 successes on the damage.
Nope, but I did get a 10.
Excellent. Ooh, does that explode?
I don't think damage. No, wait. Actually,
Yeah, damage
probably
definitely
does. Actually,
explodes.
yeah.
Definitely
Does. Yeah,
damage
do another
definitely-
one.
Yep.
Damage definitely explodes.
Ha ha!
Oh, again.
no.
How long can we keep this up? Okay.
All right.
Only two. Only two.
2
Two
Only
severe
two.
damage.
Severe.
Right,
Yeah,
it just
how you
keeps
doing?
rolling.
Right, yeah,
Bracken's
10.
head just
10.
explodes.
10. Right. Yeah. Bracken just passes out.
It's only
Bleeding
been
from
5
the
hours.
nose.
And now it's forever.
Well, good luck finding shelter, guys.
Excellent. You have to
I mean, at
three
that
yet?
point, it's just breaking into one of those places as opposed to.
No, I still have 4 empty boxes of clarity.
Excellent. Okay. That shook you though.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Bracken, are you okay?
But you can tell he's
Yeah.
there's the whiskers are quivering.
Just reach over and put a hand on his shoulder.
What's wrong?
Can we walk while we?
Let's not talk about
Therapies.
what's wrong right now.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Best to put it
That
away
only
for now.
that only digs up painful memories.
Hunt. And Bracken just takes off on a straight line towards the resort.
I'm going to follow after so he's not by himself.
I just look over at Mercutio. Is that the right way?
Yes.
Wonderful.
He knows
Let's
the way.
go.
Yeah.
Mercutio just chucks the phone over their shoulder and no one sees where it goes. It just disappears.
It doesn't land. Yeah. There's no sound. Beautiful.
Baywatch. To
Yeah,
the
I'm not gonna
woods.
have you make a roll for this because you had a map. You know the
Mhm.
area. You know where you're going. It's
Okay.
not super complicated. You head north. Going through the dark woods. Everyone make me a wits and composure roll, please.
You asked me for what I'm good for.
Are we detecting an ambush?
You might consider it
shit,
one, so
that's-
yeah.
I have danger
Oh,
sense.
I need to
Okay,
think,
yeah.
so.
Make
that
that-
So
normal.
I get a +2.
Yeah.
I'm
for
going
it.
to spend a willpower.
Still nothing.
Oh,
Bracken
those
sees
sevens.
all.
8.
Ow.
8 fucking successes on 8
Jeez.
dice.
Yeesh. Okay.
Meanwhile,
The
one
nearest was
success on
Mercutio
8
with
dice.
Makes up
two.
for that clarity damage.
yeah.
0 successes probably because I was about to start I'm about to start a conversation with
Oh,
Mercutio.
does anybody
Beautiful.
not have clarity damage? Because you get bonuses to your perception checks if you don't have.
Oh,
clarity.
you're right. I don't have any
Yes.
clarity damage. I should roll an
Yeah.
extra
You get
die.
plus
2d6.
1d10. Is
Yeah.
it 2d10 or 1d10?
2.
Plus 2. Sorry.
2d10.
2d10.
You get +2 dice, I think, if you don't have any clarity.
Whoa,
damage.
one more. Hang on.
No, yeah, plus 2.
So 2 more successes then. So 4 successes from Mercutio.
Excellent.
Cusio is half as good at this as Bracken
Eee.
is. Sorry.
And is having a conversation while doing it.
Right, yeah, well done.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So Miranda, you're too busy concentrating on helping the horse along.
Mm. I have 4.
Yeah. Help, pointing out the sticks, etc. You have to walk around. Mercutio, you notice this. But Bracken, you are on edge. You can immediately tell as soon as you start moving that you are being observed. Someone is out there in the woods. They're just following along with you. They're not super close. They're good 10, 20 yards off to the right side. Watching with 8 successes. I'll give you a
Yep.
visual.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
You see another humanoid of some sort in a puffy jacket, dark colored. He's blending into the darkness of the woods around you, with thick like Coke bottle glasses and one of those like alpine ski hats
Like
on.
a toque.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
And hoodie sort of up, just sort of keeping pace with you all.
So, how have you been?
Who is that to?
That's
Rowan?
as I was having a I
Oh, okay.
started up a conversation with Mercutio as we're walking.
Mercutio sort of contemplates for a moment. And in Lexi's voice, I have never held my life in my hands but as a pawn. So, who knows?
You know what? Never fucking mind.
I don't know what you were expecting from me. We've been in
Nope.
that.
Nope. We're good. Everything's fine.
Was there something you wanted to ask me?
I was hoping to have a conversation with you, but you know what? Maybe now's the wrong time.
Ah, yes.
And they just pick up the pace a little bit to walk away.
This is familiar.
As you pick
Now
up
is
the
the
pace
winter
to
of our
walk away,
discontent.
that's probably when you see Bracken immediately break to the right.
And I just follow because I don't even know what Bracken's going after. I'm just following Bracken, assuming he's going the right way.
Yep. Bracken closes half the distance and stops, just making eye contact with whoever.
Oh, they back up.
Show.
Our friend
This
is saying you should come out now.
They step forward. You see a short guy, Coke bottle glasses, hoodie up, puffy coat, sort of waves. He's got mittens on.
Look over to Bracken. How long have they been there?
They've been following us for a minute. Since we left.
Who are you?
Radar. Hi.
I'm going to approach this radar until I'm standing close enough to be towering over them.
Oh, hi.
And why are you following us?
What you doing there?
Why are you following us?
Keeping an eye.
I'm
Welcome, by the way. I know it's a whole big like transition period. He puts down the hood. You can see sort of it's kind of starting to do the male pattern baldness receding hairline situation. And you can for a second he had his mask up, but he drops it for a second. And a towering sort of equal in height to you, Gornaria. Really skinny, like skeletal kind of skinny. One of those plastic Halloween skeleton situations, sort of looking at you, and then he puts it back. I know it's a whole big
I'd take a
transition
step further back at that.
Okay. Like a big transition, when you first time.
Gwynaria has squared her shoulders at this point, if we're gonna fight, I'm gonna be ready for it.
Wintercourt holds out a hand to like shake your hand.
Cautiously.
Still covered in the mitten.
Cautiously takes it.
Yeah. He does the like big strong grip situation.
Relative strengths, I guess. Is that a thing we can figure out?
You want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
is this person stronger or weaker than me?
I'm gonna do the grip strength check.
Excellent. Beautiful.
If he's gonna do
pull up his sheet. It is gonna be a strength. It's just gonna be a strength roll. I don't think any skills, just a pure strength. How do I get it to not do that? Where's Theban sorcery even coming from?
What?
Oh, on the sheet, it's got like for the dice roll, it says strength plus Theban sorcery. I have no idea.
Theban sorcery? You might be having it on like a mage.
I don't. I switched it over to change.
Okay.
I don't know why it's doing it. Yeah.
One success.
Really gonna do it.
That sounds like mage the Ascension?
Yeah.
Mage
It's not
the
adding
garbage
anything, so we're good.
version.
But
Awakening.
Yes.
Mage the
He's not-
Awakening, yeah.
it's not as strong as you.
No.
Do
But
But he's
we
trying.
at this point, I'm assuming things like courts and like are a strictly this side institution that
Yes.
we are not.
Yeah.
So winter
Yes.
means fucking nothing to
Means
us.
No,
nothing
it
at all.
means nothing to you.
So while holding hand, while shaking his hand and getting that and demonstrating the grip. What's winter court?
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
is that some sort of them thing?
No, that's an us thing. I can explain it all. You are all heading to the resort. I can
Right.
come
Explain.
with, or okay, yeah. Do you want to keep walking or just do it here?
Do you
Let's-
happen to have clothes on hand?
Oh gosh, no.
I'm sorry. I don't fucking know you. I'm not going anywhere with you until you explain some things.
Sure.
What
Uh-huh.
they
We
said-
just got out of where we shouldn't have been at, where
Yeah.
we had a little chance of getting out of, and I'm walking back into another goddamn trap.
what they
So,
said.
Yeah.
sweetie, start talking.
He smiles. Okay, so there are 4 seasonal courts that I'm gonna roll it back slightly. Y'all are changelings. These guys are all changelings. Me too. It means that, they changed us. We don't say their names. There are names for them. Some of them are 4-letter words. That is my favorite. We all sort of band together on this side because heck, it's hard. And in that arranging ourselves, we sort of organized into 4 seasonal courts, correspond to the seasons. It's a great time.
Bracken says a 4-letter word that I generally don't say on stream because he
Okay.
remembered one.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I am assuming I know which one you're referencing, and Effie is definitely thinking that one.
So winter is coming up pretty soon. That's your court of sorrow and as Mara forgets her lore. Hang on.
Hiding.
Sorrow and hiding. Currently we're in autumn, so magic and finding out information. Summer is our polar opposite, those fighters, fiery spirits, if you will. Gives a smirk. Spring parties. That's gonna be your folks who want to say, hey, we survived. Let's make the most of our time. And any court that's in power kind of helps run things. We've got a place that we all kind of hang out at. You'll figure out where that is eventually.
How many of us are there out
Oh
here?
gosh, cannot say that.
Here?
Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh
7.
my-
in the local area.
Cannot say that.
Cannot or
Secu-
do not know.
Security.
Security risk, you understand?
Don't know who might be wandering around in the woods watching and listening.
Yeah, fair. No.
Exactly.
We are a security risk because as much as we don't necessarily trust,
We also did just
they
come
don't
from a
trust
dangerous
us.
place.
Bingo.
We also did just come from a dangerous place, and that dangerous place is still behind us. So let's accept the security risk and move on.
And you are the welcoming wagon?
This case, yeah.
Did you come find us or did you just happen to be in the area?
Oh, both.
Hunting.
Hey. We keep an eye out.
4.
Folks like you. Folks more dangerous.
Scene.
Just you recently.
I need a place to go that is warm and has clothes.
Yeah, my ass is cold
Bracken's
and wet.
subtitles
Let's
right
go.
now are going, where the fuck were you 5 hours ago, dipshit?
Watching.
Probably.
My ass is cold and wet. Let's go.
Cool. You want me along
Ass.
with or
Yes,
Huh?
in my sight.
cool?
As I wait for him to start walking.
The wheel has come full circle. We are here. And Mercutio continues walking.
I'm gonna murder that boy at some point.
Currently a girl.
Fair.
Or at least presenting. They are genderqueer.
Is,
They don't really care.
is Radar headed off in a direction?
No.
Okay.
Sort of starts walking a bit. Sorry, I get lost pretty easily off the main roads.
Where?
We're going that way.
We're
Cool.
Bracken will just start heading back off on his previous course then.
Yep.
Lead the way,
Follow-
Bracken.
Radar follows along.
so
and
our
I follow.
guide to return to
He's
the
not a-
world gets that he appointed himself such.
No,
Little
he,
late
no,
Committee
now.
and guide
no,
are two different things.
Yeah, to be clear, he did ask if we wanted him to come along, and Gunaria was yes, where I can see you. So
Yep.
Bracken's
Headed
leading.
for the resort.
yeah.
I was making a joke that I didn't even get to finish, for Christ's sake.
Sorry.
It's all good.
So you all keep heading with you along the way with your new companion with.
Orf and Radar.
Yup. Y'all are gonna just collect NPCs on me.
Fuck yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, he's just going along. Doesn't say much. Anyway, Rowan, I'm sure you want to insight check him.
Well, 100%, and there will
Please
be
do.
there are going to be lots of questions the whole way.
You have a -2 to this.
Okay.
It's winter for you, baby.
Yeah.
I should set it on the right things. 'cause
I'm
this
just
is-
I'm just keeping an eye on him.
Wits and empathy.
I'm not trying to get a sense of whether or not he's truthful. I'm just keeping an eye out for if he tries to start something and I need to end him.
Okay. Wits and empathy as well. -2.
So one success.
Nice. Okay.
Again, for some reason,
Yeah.
I just see every other roll. Fuck no, but
-2, you said?
Yep.
This is not a chance die. It is
Okay.
only one die.
Alrighty. Nah.
Rolled a 2.
Beautiful. All right. Yeah, you can't read this guy. He's like pretty chill. Sort of walking along. If any of you like engaged in conversation, he'll respond, but he's not starting anything. Rowan.
mhm.
This guy is very like hard to get a read on.
Okay.
You're the kind of a read of the conversation so far is he's being he's trying not to give things away.
Mhm.
He's definitely just sort of going along and observing. you don't get any like particular note of malice about that, but you're not really getting a sense of like intention either. You're not really sure what this guy's deal is. I mean, he doesn't seem particularly like dangerous. Like he doesn't seem like he's going to betray or stab in the back, or you're not getting any of that. But
Okay.
you're not getting much of anything else either.
So the whole way there, and we don't have to go through all of this.
Yeah.
But Rowan is asking, basically, catch us up. What's going on currently? What's with these fucking phones?
Yeah.
Like, however long it takes, Rowan is just trying to info dump on what is 2013.
What they missed. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Basically, what do I need to allow me to function with normal people?
Okay.
Should we encounter those ever?
Excellent. I'm going to have you make a
one normal person.
This is gonna like carry forward.
Yes, and I have his number.
For what kind of what we can assume Effie like knows about the future or the present, you know, however you define it. It's gonna be this is you figuring out information, knowing what it is you need to know because it's been missed, intelligence, and either streetwise, socialize, survival, investigation, basically whichever one of those is best for you, feel free.
Socialize.
It's kind of like how Rowan is approaching.
Right.
How Rowan approaches the world, if that makes sense.
Can I spend willpower on this?
Heck yes.
Because this is incredibly important to them. Okay, I am spending willpower.
Do it. All right.
I mean, okay.
2 successes.
Fair enough.
So you know like the basics.
Okay.
There may be some like intricacy things like this guy wasn't a part of the drag scene, so like you don't. I think that side of things, like the way that is developed,
I'm going to be a complete novice on, or diving back and been blind. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But like general world stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know now.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. You would be able to answer who the current president is, etc., etc., etc.
Probably also the realization that Mercutio had an instinctual understanding exactly of what that smartphone that she pulled out of the pocket was. So probably Mercutio is from relatively recent as well, even if they don't realize it.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Effie and I don't know how that gifts works. So all they would know is you would have to say, I need a current phone. And it pulls out a current phone.
Yep.
Or I need something to tell me where we are or whatever.
Yeah. But by the time as you're getting all of this info dump, we end with the group of you kind of coming up from the side as you see kind of these cabins in the area. All of them are dark. It doesn't look like anyone's staying in any of them because this is a terrible time to go on vacation up to the UP. There's no snow.
Can we real quickly have Bracken use his gift?
Yep.
Okay, or gift. You know what I mean. Contract. Right.
Yeah.
So Bracken just walks up to the closest one that looks empty. Tries the doorknob, which I'm going to say is probably locked. You hear him go around the side. You hear liquid.
Oh no.
And then he comes back around, zipping up his jeans.
Yep.
My house, he says to the door. Opens the doorknob. It just swings right open, and he goes in.
I love a Beast's version of Hostile Takeover.
And
I have that same contract, but it looks very different.
Minari just looks over her shoulder at Rowan and goes, that works?
If you're
If you know the ways to say the words, then you can make everything listen.
if
However-
you're
That was my last 2 glamour, so I am under the deprived condition now.
ooh,
All right.
okay,
Let's
cool.
let Jerry finish the sentence now.
if your word we're not supposed to say made you that way, yes. Or you figured out that trick.
I walk inside.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And as the camera pulls away, there is just a blurry, like Kodak photograph. It's really blurry. It is the equivalent of all of the Bigfoot photos in terms of quality. Of a group standing in the woods, sort of backlit. You can't see any features or anything. They're kind of all scattered about. It was you at the beginning of this, but now you're somewhere else. And hopefully safer. And that's where we're going to end.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.